Greetings, dear ones. Greetings, beautiful people. Greetings, star beings walking this earth. Greetings, ancient ones who have been walking this earth for many lifetimes. Dear ancient ones of Lemuria, greetings. There's so much to sort of break down. So much to break down and so much to try to say and speak in this transmission. But let me begin by giving you a cheers and drinking to your good health. Let me drink to your good health with some Jugo Verde, obviously, from the Jugo Market again this morning. I'm really pleased to get up this morning and have this one for you. And I think my bike right here, this is the Huna bike. Look at the orange handlebars. This is my beastie bike with the crate. It's doing a great job, and everyone's been doing a great job. Everyone's been carrying everything they need to do. Everyone's been doing a great job. So, just wanted to speak on the post that I made last night, and sharing that there's a video that's going to be placed on the later today. I'll place it today if that hasn't already been received by some. I got this information that I shared about the global reset. I got that information yesterday, but word of it came out a couple of days ago when it was in process. So the details are just like an overview of what I shared with you, but it's pretty incredible. So I've always said to everyone for many years, I broke it down into just a small phrase, which I say is E times 4. Planetary right relationships aligned to universal right relationships creates the E times 4. And the E times 4 is everything for everyone, everywhere, every day. And as such, there is little need for anything. Healing. There is little need for healing, for you are to be as you are in the light here on the ground. And so, let me cheers to that one. I want to cheers to that one. I want to cheers to everything this morning. We've got some beautiful water coming out of the sky. With land, water, sky. Let me give a cheers for that beautiful knowing, yeah? I'm not here to tell you how to be, tell you how to think. I'm just sharing with you what has been shared to me. And just let me share some of the developments over the past 6 years. I don't know if some of you know, but even in my early days as posting on Facebook, I shared about the work I was doing with particular members of the dragon families out of Asia, out of the Philippines and out of Polynesia. Most incredibly, I shared a post when we're doing part 1 of the Lion Queens and the Giants of Lemuria. When I shared that post, that was a gathering and a meeting and a ceremony to return Egypt back to Atlantis and Atlantis back to Lemuria. The ones that attended that gathering, the 2 people in particular, came directly from the families. And one of them is the newly crowned queen. And this person represents the Polynesian Triangle, the islands in the Polynesia, which is why she's working with me and with our team with the Huna. And I've been having series of meetings with her in this past year, but for the past 6 years I had been working with her brother and assisting in the higher realms of sacred protection and sacred guardianship for the meetings that he was doing back in those days. Of course, so it wasn't easy. Not easy. Somebody said to me on a post last night, well, you know, made an intention or insinuation that I didn't know what I was talking about, and that what I had posted is not happening. And, you know, I shared that we've been doing a lot of hard work, and this person complained that he'd been waiting for so long. So I asked this person, what do you do? And he doesn't do anything regarding it, but putting his light into it. I said, and that is commendable and noble. And this is what everyone's doing, putting their light into it. But let me just tell you, the loss and the hardship and the pain that's been suffered over these short 6 years of those people involved in working in the hard line, right on the ground, in the mud, to continuously try to push this through and bring it through. And so that person I was working with those years ago, he's no longer on the planet. And I can't tell you why and how, but I can say to you, he's no longer here. A relative of mine that I wish he would be here to see what's happening, because he was also caught up in the whole drama and the behind the scenes stuff, that the families were going through. And so here we are now, being able to talk about this and share about this. And the information I got was directly from those very close to the administration, people in the families, and also working directly with one of the family members. And so we are getting ready. We are preparing now. My next effort, aside from all the efforts and aside from all the work we are doing, of course, activating the birth sign grids to align to Lemuria, to the operating system on all 12 continents. This is working in the soul's mission, and working in your light mission. And so I've been tasked with supporting that council, the Families Council, particularly in the portfolio concerning the Polynesian Triangle. Of course, I am from there in this lifetime. And so I will be creating the framework for a series of meetings that are going to take place next year on major points of the Polynesian Triangle. In Maui, Hawaii, in Rapa Nui, Easter Island, in New Zealand, in Tahiti, Samoa, and Tonga. And so we will be gathering and putting together the framework, the architecture for this particular meeting, to invite certain elders to the meeting so we can begin the process for disseminating the funding and the resources and what is needed to support the communities, and what was asked for a long time ago is coming through. Certainly this moment of the mask and the wearing the mask on the faces to remind us all of our sacred breath, to remind us all of the one consciousness. And it took that moment to bring everybody into it. Hey, that's fine. And whoever and whatever and however that was mechanized and mobilized, it's fine by me. I don't know everybody, right? We don't need to, but we can feel it all. Okay? But we do our work, we do our stuff. So I guess let me have another cheers to that. I'm just like a little bit dumbfounded this morning, and I'm kind of blabbering, but I had an incredible night. And you all know I don't sleep. Very rarely do I get a long night's sleep. So sorry about the sound over here. All active over here at the Jugo Market. And beautiful energies, beautiful juices, beautiful colors every morning. So grateful for this beautiful, obviously, beautiful planet. And so an incredible series of meetings are going to be taking place next year. I'll be organizing it on behalf of the Dragon Queen, who represents Polynesian Triangle in the islands. One day you may get to see her. It's very difficult to show their faces at this time, and I cannot reveal their images, but just to share to you what's been going on. So I had a meeting with her last night. This week this past 2 weeks I've had 3 meetings, Zoom meetings with the family members in confidentiality, and I was also, asked to put together the framework for the meetings for the elders. Now the Earth Elders, in particular the portfolio for the Polynesian Triangle, this will include some parts of the United States too, obviously, and the Ring of Fire, right? This is Lemuria. The idea for this meeting and the understanding of this meeting is, this particular meeting, series of meetings, is to return Lemuria to its wholeness, right? And the way to understand this is, let me share that the contracts of aloha have been breached many times. The contracts of aloha. And so to return Lemuria to wholeness, that includes what is known as Hawaii and in the Polynesian Triangle, is to return those who have been spoken of as the dead breath, or the walking dead, which is the haole, and return that code back to blueprint, return it back to 0 point, okay? So the speaking of this code is to return back to aloha, and aloha to return back to kimuria, okay? The way that's done is to begin the meetings with the elders, the kahunas, the hunas, the tohungas, the tohunga of the Polynesian Triangle, from where this energy and this distortion has been coming through from. And so the meetings that will be taking place are to bring back the house, the main house. Some would say a tower, some would say the pillars, and I will simply say to you the womb. And I will speak to you as to the tower or the pillars of the main structure of the longhouse. In Hawaii, you call it the hale. In New Zealand, it's called the whare nui, which means the big house. And so to return the big house to the center of the primary geometry, which is in Maui. I can share so much more about this, that location, which I have with the Hunas in Hawaii, to remind them where the geometry begins, and where the 6 points of the star align to the civilization of Hotni, Tatni, Hatni, and Ratni. There's so much more to share with that, but so returning the longhouse, returning the whare nui, is the opportunity to bring Lemuria back to wholeness by bringing the tribes into the longhouse once again, or the kopunui, or the womb, okay? The whare nui in the Lemurian culture is a representation of the mother's womb. This is some details in that at some stage I will share. Now the womb was shared with the Hunas a few years ago when I was in Hawaii doing the meetings with the kahunas in a workshop to share the understanding of the sacred tree that returns souls to the portal, which is in Maui, and reminding them where that is, and then reminding them where the whare nui, where the hale once stood. Yes, where it once stood. I will not speak the name right now because I'm going to bring that to the meeting. And I have all this information, where that once stood. And so sharing that information and bringing the Earth Elders, not just Hawaii, New Zealand and all the other places of the Polynesian Triangle, to bring the elders and then begin to bring the tribes back in together, back into the kopunui. So this meeting and this arrangement with the dragon families and the portfolio for the funding is to begin that process. and putting the package together, which we have been doing, myself and the Dragon Queen, and then also the Rainbow Dolphin, Huna Manima. We have been tirelessly working on many dimensions in the form, not just in the formless, not just meditating, we've been putting it all into action on our side in terms of the visceral, tangible framework that needs to be put in place. And then also someone that can speak to the Hunas, someone that can speak to the Kahunas, someone that they will accept and allow into the realms of Lemuria in Hawaii, such as it is today. And so being the catalyst for that, I'm setting a series of meetings, and we're going to start talking about the wholeness, bringing everything back to wholeness. If you want to say coming home, fine, bringing everybody home. Yes, okay. These are the mechanicals on the ground, and this is the reason why you show up with your DNA, with your presence. Your presence has a direct effect on the quantum field, the morphogenic field. It's a direct code that the quantum field will adhere to, would just stick to you and become part of you. This has been shown in science. I'll share some of that later. But obviously, as we work within our higher self, as everyone knows, and we work within our mission, with our mission parameters and the best we can to enjoy the walk on this planet, return Lemuria back to wholeness within our consciousness, to dissolve that which is an imprint that doesn't serve inside the many systems that do not serve, and return to divine rotation of the supernatural right relations of this planet in alignment with the universal right relations. You know, the office of judgment and the office of justice and the office of freedom has been rewritten by the archangels, and it is now known as, and has been known for a number of years now by some. It's now been written entitled the Office of Liberation and Opportunity. What that does is it relinquishes the hold on justice and releases the hold from justice, injustice within the justice, okay? Such as the words like haole, or the walking dead, or the no breath. And so we return that code back to the Gregorian understandings, back to the manipulations, the people who manipulated, and return at least these distortions back to wholeness within the womb, the kopanui, the tower, the longhouse, the 4 pillars. Yeah? So this reset is happening. Information is coming out, they say in 10 days, but I got this information yesterday, and that information came out a few days ago. So in 10 days, they're starting to roll out. They're actually creating a video, a documentary kind of video to roll out the information, right? I don't know whether it's going to be on CNN. I don't know what's going to be on the networks. You all know what's going on in the media, right? Unless those medias have been fully taken over by the benevolent ones, then probably it could be utilized at some stage. But at this moment, this is what I can share with you. Let me give you another cheers. Give me another cheers on the Ugo Verde. Thank you for tuning into me lately. I know that lately I've been sharing every other day from the Jugo Market. Yeah. Quite simply, I'm enjoying the speaking rather than the texting and the typing. And you know what those energies are like when you text. This doesn't really hit right on the mark. But sharing the market with the juices and the beautiful people and the star beings and walking the planet. There are, you know, you don't try to text all that, but I just show you instead. It's one of the reasons why I love being here. Good to see you, everybody. Good to see you, Huna Maruru there, John Hardy in Belgium, and the House of Huna in Tohunga in Belgium. Hi, brother. Miss you. Love you. Greetings to Paul Harris. Greetings to Brother Jake, and hi Sharon. Good to see you, Stacy. Cheers, Stacy. Just greeting a few here before I book out. TJ Smith, thanks for watching. Stumur, Joshua, good to see you again. Joy, yes, thanks for tuning in. Shaheda Weber, hi Shaheda. Some names I've never seen. Tora Lindbergh, good to see you. Hi Taya King, hi Huna Kahoi, Rachel, hi. Hi Gary, good morning. And hi Bettina, nice to see you. Look, it's just an incredible time. Just getting into it here. We're just getting into it. And if you're inclined to connect to this sharing, and you're inclined to connect to Lemuria, and I invite you to connect to the Lemurian operating system. The webinars are available on the website. This will give you an insight into what it is I'm sharing here, and more information that's coming. Of course, you have your understanding. So let me share something. What you do not know, you cannot know. Once you do know, please do not ignore it. For whatever religions and faith you have, I invite you to learn yourself and know who you are. To walk this very planet, find out who you are. And if you know who you are, join this walk with us. There's so much joy. See, you make me cry. Love you all. Tōna toke waho. Wahi.